Mirrors are objects that resonate deeply with humans. To some, mirrors show the truth. To others, mirrors show illusions. 2,000 years ago, the ancient Etruscans engraved bronze relief mirrors which served as receptacles of the soul. The Etruscan word for soul actually means the image reflected of a mirror. This dual concept between the mirror and the soul serves to illuminate the iconographic and the artistic implications of Etruscan culture. This artifact, the mirror depicting Minerva with three women, is displayed in the Brady exhibit of Etruria in the Royal Ontario Museum. It was made around 300 to 200 BC, and this period of history is often known as the beginning of the Hellenistic period in the Italian peninsula. This handheld mirror is made of cast bronze. The slightly convex disc is highly polished to make it reflective. The reverse side is interestingly engraved with a Greek mythological scene. The edge is decorated with a laurel garland, and this garland surrounds a scene of four figures, one of whom is the goddess Minerva. Minerva is commonly depicted in such mirrors. Her costumes and attributes are almost always consistent with Greek practice. She wears her standard peplos, her magical aegis, and a crested helmet. In her Italian and Etruscan representations, Minerva is present in love, birth, rejuvenation, and healing scenes. Minerva is standing with her left arm on her hip and gesturing with her right arm. The other three women are facing Minerva, most likely listening to her words. It appears that this relaxed scene is set amidst a natural setting of rocks and trees. It's likely that this mirror was retrieved from the tomb of a woman. Mirrors were used by women in their daily life and then placed with them in their burial tombs. Burials of these ancient Etruscans were used to express, represent, and idealize the personal identity of the deceased. The mirror is used to personify the soul, and it's used as a container or a receptacle of the soul, and it accompanies the deceased into their afterlife. The engraved mythological scenes represented the owner during life and after death. The mirror's function as an object of adornment suggested that it was involved in the creation of the self-image of the deceased. The presence of a Greek mythological figure, such as Minerva, suggested that the owner of this mirror was an elite Etruscan woman who was quite knowledgeable about Greek traditions and customs. It's unknown why elite Etruscan women preferred to have Greek mythological scenes in these mirrors. There were many cultural and trade connections between the Etruscans and Greeks during this period of time. And the Etruscan elite often marked their elevated status by becoming patrons of Greek art and culture. The Etruscan bronze mirrors represented a conjunction of ideas about the Etruscan women itself. These women were influenced by Greek culture as well as their local customs. This mirror brought together concepts of adornment, fertility, love, as well as the immortality of their souls. This artifact allowed for the creation of the self-image of an elite Etruscan woman whose image is reflected then and 2,200 years later to be studied by scholars like ourselves.